Hello and welcome. Today we're working in managerial accounting on our relevant costing chapter. And the problem we're going to do is, what do we do if we want to drop a product line or a division? And so here is our relevant costing decision making. If you're new, my name is Jeff from Finally Learn. I teach a lot of accounting, a lot of finance. So please like, comment, subscribe, join us on this channel. And let's get started with this problem. Let's say we have consolidated company, has the following products. They've got basic, they've got deluxe, and they've got fantastic. So here's our income statement for each division or each product. And so right now they're having a discussion about, should we drop the fantastic division because it is losing money? Okay, so let's look at what we have. We have basic, we have more sales in basic. Probably basic has a lower cost than deluxe has a little bit higher cost, selling price rather, I should say, and fantastic has a little bit another higher selling price than maybe deluxe. Well, what we have is we have a profit in the basic division. They're selling $200,000. Deluxe is selling $120,000, and fantastic only sells $50,000, and looks like they're losing money. Now, one thing I want to point your attention to is the way they've allocated fixed cost here in this problem, and you need to always look at this. This is going to be a red flag. Fixed cost, the way we allocate it, we can have several different methods. So you can choose to divide it equally. You could divide it based on total sales. If you did it based on total sales, you'd have 200,000 out of 370,000. So more than half would go to the basic division, allocating a fixed cost. And now they only have 1/3, 1/3, 1/3. You can see how that works. So let me make a statement here. The allocation of fixed cost is arbitrary. Not fixed cost is arbitrary, but the allocation of it. And so what happens is you can decide to allocate evenly or decide to allocate based on some square footage in a factory, or based on sales, or you don't even have to allocate it. So we'll answer that question as we go along. The first question would be, what would be the total profit if we dropped the fantastic product? Drop that product, whole line, that whole division, or whatever. Now, what you're tempted to do, let me copy this and we'll do a little what if analysis. So what you're tempted to do is say, look, if we're dropping all this, then here's what we have. We're going to have a $40,000 profit. Or you look at basic and deluxe and say, hey, I make 26 here, I make 14 here, and so we're going to make a $40,000 profit. Well, that's not the way it works. We have to assume that fixed cost is fixed cost. So we're going to assume that our total fixed cost is fixed. It's 102 unless we're told otherwise. And so what happens is we'd have 108 minus 102, and we actually only make $6,000. Because what happens is we have zero contribution margin minus 34,000. So instead of losing, now watch, instead of losing 8,000, we don't get any cost savings. We have 34,000 fixed cost. And so it's like this division has $34,000 loss. We can't assume that our fixed cost goes away because we hope that they do, right? So what happens is we only get 26,014, but we're losing essentially fantastic's profit of 34,000. Now, here is the number we want to look at. What's the difference between the 32 and the 6? The 32 and the 6 is all explained by the positive contribution margin of fantastic of 26,000. See, here's what happens. The sales of fantastic are 50,000, the variable cost is 24, and we have a contribution margin of 26,000. That covers 26,000 of our fixed cost. It doesn't cover all 34,000 that's allocated to it, but it covers 26,000. And so what we're saying is, if we close fantastic, we're giving up 26,000 of positive contribution margin for what kind of cost savings? Well, zero. We're worse off by 26,000. So the answer is, what's our total profit if the fantastic product division is closed? Well, it goes from 32,000 down to 6,000. So 6,000 is worse. And you think, wait a minute, how's this possible? We're closing down a losing division, but you're giving up 26,000 of positive contribution margin. Now, another way to look at this is, let's go back and put all the numbers in. Let me put these numbers in. So don't close it. Let's stop the closing of the fantastic product line, right? So let's go back to what we have. I think all my numbers are correct here. So here's what happens. If you want to start analyzing, let's look at the contribution margin ratio, or the contribution margin percentage. Now, how do we do that? It's going to be the contribution margin divided by the $200, the sales price. So 60 divided by 200. So what happens is the contribution margin for basic is right at 30%. Hey, that's fantastic. For every dollar in sales, it costs us 70 cents in variable cost, and we're making 30% to cover our fixed costs. This is the contribution margin. Well, what about deluxe? Deluxe is even better. It's 48 divided by the 120, and it's going to be 40%. But what about fantastic? Fantastic is 52%. So 26 divided by 50 is 52%. So we would not want to close down our most profitable division, right? Now, it doesn't look profitable because we've allocated a lot of fixed costs to it, just 1/3, 1/3, 1/3. That's kind of a naive way of allocating the fixed cost, right? 1/3, 1/3. You know, if you're looking at this, the allocation is not really fair for fantastic. All right, so what is the contribution margin ratio for each product? It's 30%, it's 40%, and it's 52%. Let me drop it in here so we know we've answered those questions. In fact, let me do it this way. Let me pay special and pay values, and I'll go back and put parentheses, percentages here rather. I'll put parentheses, percentages here. So this is for each division. So in some ways, fantastic is our most profitable per dollar, right? 52%. So this leads us to question number 3. If you're the manager of fantastic, what arguments would you make to keep fantastic? You know, what you want to do is say, look, basic, you know, we have a lot of volume there, but you're only making 30% contribution margin. So every $1 in sales, you're making 30 cents. Fantastic, for every $1 in sales, you're making 52 cents, right? That's really, really good. So what happens is you might say, hey, look, we ought to, instead of closing that division, we ought to see if we can sell more. If we can sell more, that's going to cover our fixed costs even faster. So here's the other thing you could say. You could say, hey, look, the fixed cost, the allocation of fixed costs is arbitrary. So you might say, hey, let's don't allocate at all these fixed costs. Let's just have it at the company level, and let's don't allocate. Let's just evaluate our divisions based on contribution margin rather than the allocation of fixed cost. So you say, hey, look, basic, if you do it by dollars, you're making 60,000 in contribution margin, and fantastic is only 1/4 of the size, but we're making, you know, almost half the 60,000 in contribution margin. We need fantastic, and we'd love for fantastic to grow, right? And so you could just say, hey, the allocation is arbitrary. Let's don't allocate. Or you could say, let's allocate based on, you know, this is going to be 200 out of 370. This will be 120 out of 370. This will be 50 out of 370. Let's allocate based on some other way. If we want to allocate, let's allocate based on square footage. Let's allocate based on the total relative sales. So if you're the manager of fantastic, you say, look, we're the most profitable division. You shouldn't close us down. We're smaller compared to basic, and we're half the size of deluxe. We're smaller than the other two divisions. We should not allocate fixed costs 1/3, 1/3, 1/3. That's a naive way of doing it. In fact, let's don't allocate. Let's just measure it based on contribution margin percentage. All right, hope this is helpful. Thanks for watching. We'll see you on the next video.